Good evening, friends.
Good
Am
evening,
I,
sir.
why only seven?
Sir, can wait for a few minutes because I'll inform in the group only.
Okay, we will start the class. Otherwise, we may not complete the syllabus in time.
Okay, sir.
So, can you see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Sri Avalika. Please mute yourself. Vilasa. No problem. So today we are going to cover one more unit, most probably. That is, uh, this is also from the core internet technologies using HTML5. And the unit is 2 and the unit name is network types. What are the networks types available that we are going to cover today? Yeah. The objectives. What are the objectives of today's class? Means what you are going to learn after completion of this unit. So after studying this unit, after completion of this unit, you will be able to understand the terminology like bandwidth and data transfer rate. And you will also come to know about types of networks, what are the various types of networks available. And you will also get to know about what is internet, what is intranet, and what is extranet. And you will also get an idea about wireless LAN. So these four topics will get idea after completion of this unit. So please listen carefully. And if you want to only for the attendance, sake of the attendance, that is not necessary. If you are really interested, if you want to know something, please you can put some concentration. The very first one we are going to discuss about data communication measurement. How this yesterday we have discussed about the data communication is nothing but exchange of information or data between devices, two or more devices. So to communicate, we came to know what are the various components of the data communication yesterday. And in that we came to know that there should be a medium to transfer the information, to exchange the information, or to transmit the information between the sender and the receiver. And today we will come to know how the data can be measured. The information transmitted between the sender and the receiver, how that can be measured. These are very basic terminology, and you also know about these. In data communication, the transmission medium is also known as a channel that we have seen yesterday. And the capacity of a channel is the maximum number of signals that can carry. The maximum number of signals that a medium can carry. How many signals, how many maximum signals or traffic a medium will carry for a particular time. That this maximum number of signals which are passing through a medium can be measured using two terminologies. One is bandwidth and other is data transfer rate. What do you mean by a bandwidth? We will see. A bandwidth of a channel is the range of frequencies available for transmission of data through a particular channel. You can concentrate on this word and this sentence. The range of frequencies available for transmission of data through a particular channel. If we have the higher bandwidth, and we may have higher data transfer rate. So generally we can say bandwidth is the difference between the maximum and minimum frequency contained in the composite signals. So bandwidth will be measured in hertz, like 1 kilohertz or 1000 hertz, and 1 megahertz or 10,000 kilohertz or 1 lakh hertz. Like, where can we use this bandwidth terminology? Can you answer, please? The real-time example of bandwidth, where can you use, and what do you understand about this bandwidth? It is important.
Usually in data, sir, like currently we are using the internet. There also the word called bandwidth and
Yes, sir, exactly. But here the terminology is somewhat technical terminology, frequency and is there. Can you say in simpler terms what do you mean by bandwidth and what do you understand by the bandwidth? If you get the internet connection to your house or your office,
yes,
so that how can you come to know how much data can be transferred? They will say some 50 Mbps and 60 MB, 100 Mbps and 1000 Mbps like.
yes, sir.
Like, but
Frequency range.
for the real-time example, you can simply say the bandwidth is, if you take a pipe, water pipe, the capacity of the pipe that will allow to flow of the water, the total capacity of the pipe, how much maximum you can uh, transfer through a particular pipe. How
The
much
force is called bandwidth, it seems.
Sorry, sir.
The force of the water is called bandwidth.
No,
In
no, no, not water. The capacity of the pipe.
okay.
If the pipe size is bigger, then you can
Transfer more water.
yes, exactly. So the data transfer rate is that we'll come to know. Please turn off your video, friend. Vivo V2250. This data transfer rate. If you have higher bandwidth, then data transfer rate is high. We will see what it is actually. The data transmitted in the form of electronic signals over a channel. One signal carry one or more bits over the channel, and we'll see the definition. The data transfer rate is the number of bits transmitted between the source and destination in a second. We came to know the bandwidth is like the size of maximum size of the pipe. How much maximum you can transmit through this cable? What is the maximum number of bits or bytes you can transmit through the particular medium from source to destination? And the data transfer rate is the number of bits that can be transmitted per second. ఒక సెకండ్ లో ఎన్ని బిట్స్ మనం ట్రాన్స్ఫర్ చేయగలం? That is called data transfer rate. So if we have the more bandwidth, then data transfer rate can also be more. So you can, Krishnamurthy, please, you can unmute your video.
Sir, already in unmute, sir. Not me, somebody, I think.
So example, you can send the maximum 100 Mbps through a medium. That is bandwidth. And the speed, how many bits you can transfer per a second is called data transfer rate. It is also known as a bit rate. It can be measured in BPS. If you see the small b, that is called bits. If you see the capital B, that is called bytes. PS means per second. Yeah, these higher units of data transfer rates can be measured in kilobytes, megabytes, and gigabytes and terabytes. That this 1 kbps is 1024 bits per second. These are very basic terminology. What is 1 Mbps is equals how many kbs like. So this is very, very important one. The types of networks. What are the various types of network? So we will see the computer networks are categorized based on the number of devices connected on a network and their geographical locations. So network can be characterized based on the number of devices connected in a network and also the geographical locations. There are three basic categories of computer networks. Very first one and well-known one is LAN, local area network. And the second one is MAN, metropolitan area network. And third one is wide area network. LAN, MAN, WAN. Here order is different. Don't bother about that. LAN, local area network. MAN, metropolitan area network. And WAN, wide area network. We will see one by one. First, local area network. Can you give some idea if we have about LAN? So the interaction makes more perfect.
Example, in the local offices, they're following the LAN concept, sir.
What they're following, sir?
Usually in offices, in an office premises, they're following the LAN
that
concept.
That can be a LAN. Nice, nice. Any other? So what is a LAN actually? How can you define it?
Local area network, sir. Locally, like...
Sir, I'm asking about the definition, if possible. The local area network, as you said, it is usually privately owned and links the devices in a single office or building or a campus. The network in a building or a office or the campus will be called as a local area network. Depending on the needs of the organization and the type of the technology used, a LAN can be as simple as two PCs and a printer in a home or office, or it can be extended throughout a company and may include and audio and video devices also. So what is the minimum number of devices of a LAN? It can be a two PCs or it can be a single computer and a printer to share the information. So a local area network is limited to a particular office or a building or a campus. So currently the LAN size is limited to only a few kilometers. And LANs are designed to allow resources to be shared between PCs or workstations. The resources can include hardware like printer and software like application program or data. So simply local area network or building load you can consider as a local area network. And the second type of network is MAN, metropolitan area network. This is higher than LAN and lower than WAN. So this is the medium of intermediate network, like larger than LAN and smaller than WAN. So you can define it in different ways. Metropolitan area network, MAN, is a network with the size between LAN and WAN. It is normally it covers the area inside a town or a city. You can say the LAN, the network of a house or a building or a company can be called as a local area network. And the network inside a city or a town can be called as a MAN, metropolitan area network. The network of Hyderabad city will be called as a MAN. It is limited to some geographical distances. So this MAN is designed for customers who need a high-speed connectivity and have endpoints spread over the city. So a good example of MAN is the part of the telephone company network that can provide high-speed digital subscriber line to the customer. You can say this, what are the networks available in the city will be called as metropolitan area networks. And this another example of MAN, according to our textbook, is also a cable TV network. Actually, that is designed for cable TV only, but nowadays it is using to get the internet also, high-speed internet. And this is the picture, LAN. If you connect to our, you can define in different way. What do you mean by a MAN, metropolitan network? A network within a city or a town will be called as a metropolitan area network, or collection of lands will also be called as metropolitan area network. If we have the connection between two or more lands, that will be called as a MAN, metropolitan area network. Next, coming to the third one, wide area network. This is like wide, like internet. A wide area network provides a long distance transmission of data that can be represented in any format like images, text, audio, video, information over a large geographical area that may comprises a country or a continent or an entire world. So other definition of this WAN is the combination of two or more MANs will be called as wide area network. The combination of LANs will be called as MAN. The combination of MANs will be called as WAN. Example, wide area network example is internet. That is WAN. So example is network or multinational company or organizations having offices or resource centers or development centers or base stations or repositories situated worldwide. Example, మనం అమెజాన్ కానీ ఏ కంపెనీ తీసుకున్నా దేర్ సెంటర్స్ ఎవ్రీథింగ్ విల్ బి లొకేటెడ్ ఎవ్రీవేర్. దే కెన్ get the resources through various available data centers or development centers or repositories. This is WAN, common collections of MANs. And this is well known to you, wireless LAN, that is Wi-Fi, wireless fidelity. By looking at this picture, you can come to know. Can you say what do you mean by wireless LAN?
Without wire,
Sorry, sir.
without wire communication is
Yeah.
happening, like in our Wi-Fi. That is also we call it.
Exactly. Yeah. The Wi-Fi is the example for wireless LAN.
Hotspot.
Yeah. Okay. The network without cable. If you are able to exchange some information without cables, then that will be called as wireless LAN. Yeah, hotspot and the Wi-Fi. This is important. The types of network is important. Important question. And wireless LAN is also important. So the wireless LAN is a form of wireless communication. Generally, you can write it whatever you know about Wi-Fi and wireless LAN.
Bluetooth.
Yeah, that is also will come under. Wireless LANs are very popular for past years, especially especially homes and offices, cafeterias, and other public places like railway stations, where the users needs connectivity without wire in a limited distance. A wireless LAN is established through a device called modem. How many of you know about this term modem? I just want to know, what do you mean by a modem? So here it is. This modem is an antenna, enables the users to get connected to communicate with other devices.
Modulation and demodulation.
Yeah, modulation and demodulation. Okay. Sir, what is the need of this modem?
To send it signal for the long distances.
Okay.
Because modem will modulate the signal, means increases the strength of the signal, so that
Okay. I just want to know, if you connect your internet at home through a telephonic cable to the telephone, you can
yes,
get the internet to the telephone cable, no?
correct, sir. But there also uses some sort of switches. That is the type of one kind of
No, sir. Actually, if you want to get an internet through the telephonic cable, you need to plug in that telephonic cable into a particular device. That device is called modem, modulator and demodulator. Modem, what this modem will do, the modem, actually the telephonic cable transmits the only analog signals. The modem will receive the analog signals, and
converter.
that that modem will converts the analog signals into digital signals and transmits to our devices. Our devices like mobile and laptop and computer will access only the digital signals. They don't know about the analog signals. The modem will receives the analog signals from the telephonic company, and that modem will convert that analog signals into digital signals, and that will transmit that digital signals to our devices. And the same way in reverse order also, that modem will convert analog signals into digital signals and digital signals to analog signals. That is the purpose. It will have some antenna. It will be connected for the devices. This is important one, that IEEE, Institute of Electronics and Electrical and Electronics Engineers. This institute, IEEE Institute, assigns protocol numbers to each different standards of LANs. Like, this is some important question for the competitive exam purpose. This last point, the wireless LAN is numbered as 802.11, and it is popularly known as Wi-Fi. So what is the Wi-Fi port number? Is 802.11. If you are going to appear for some competitive exam, this question may ask. This one about benefits of LAN. Can you say, anybody? What are the benefits? This is the general thing, friends. Wireless LAN, Wi-Fi, what are the benefits? What happened to you guys?
To transmit, sorry, communicate the from one place to other place.
And this is
Receiving.
important question. Benefits of wireless. Okay, sir. Any other? Okay, we will see what are those benefits of Wi-Fi network. The very first one is flexibility. You can move here and there. This wireless LAN is flexible as it requires no physical cables to connect. And it uses radio waves that can penetrate through walls. Senders and receivers can be placed anywhere. హాల్లో రూటర్ ఉంటుంది, మనం బెడ్రూమ్ లో కూర్చున్నా, ఇంకో రూమ్ లో కూర్చున్నా, ఇంకో వేరే బెడ్రూమ్ లో కూర్చున్నా, సిగ్నల్స్ అనేవి వస్తాయి. That signals can be penetrated through the walls. That is, radio waves will be used in this. So that's why this wireless LAN is more flexible. No cables are required. So signals can travel through the walls also. So ఎక్కడ కూర్చున్నా వస్తుంది signal. And next one is the other benefit of wireless LAN is planning. Wireless networks allows communication without previous planning. No issue. And the design. This wireless networks allows for the design of independent small devices, which can, for example, put into a pocket. Cables not only restrict the users, but also designers like small notepads and personal uh, d- PDAs. And డిజైన్ చాలా కన్వీనియంట్ గా ఉంటుంది. Robustness is very strong actually. The wireless LAN can be useful in disaster situations for communication. Exactly. You take the situation of Gaza. If the cables are totally destroyed, then signals may come without cables also if you have the wireless network there. So floods ochna, earthquakes ochna, no problem. Next, its cost. It is economical. The cost of installing and maintaining of wireless LAN is lower than the wired LAN. కేబుల్ తో ఎస్టాబ్లిష్ చేసుకోవడం కంటే వైర్ కేబుల్ లేకుండా ఎస్టాబ్లిష్ చేసుకోవడం చాలా చీపర్. నెక్స్ట్ ద లాస్ట్ వన్ ఈస్ ease of use. Wireless LAN is easy to use and the users need very little or information to take advantage of wireless LANs. Critical knowledge ఏం అవసరం లేదు. It's very easy to understand and easy to maintain. And expandability. Adding new devices to a wireless LAN is simple as turning the device on. So you can add any number of devices based on the speed and the capacity of the device. So that is, the expandability is more. So these are the benefits. You'll get this question in the exam. What are the benefits of wireless LAN? You should write this one. You may get this question. And what are the various disadvantages of wireless LAN? Based on the advantages, you can predict, or generally you can say what are the disadvantages of wireless LAN. Can I expect some answer from you, friends? What are the disadvantages?
Radiation.
Radiation. Okay. Thank you. Any other?
Secure.
Security. Nice. How can you justify your answer? Security.
Accessibility will give to all. So the thing is here, our data or information is secure or not, because as we know, advantages, disadvantages, good users as well as hackers also will be there. Might be in that way. I'm talking about like security.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, fine. Thank you.
Cost, sir. Disadvantage means one point is cost is high.
Sorry, sir.
Cost.
Compared to cable, it is somewhat better, no, sir?
But device is costly, sir. The devices which are using for satellites and all, it is costly.
No. You think about your house and Wi-Fi.
Acha, okay.
That is companies, organizations risk the devices to get the satellite and everything.
Okay.
So we'll see according to our textbook what are the disadvantages, and you can write not only these and whatever you feel this is the advantage of Wi-Fi, you can write in the exam. The quality of service. This is exactly I agree. If you have a dedication link between the sender and receiver, that data exchange will be very faster and without any interruptions. If you have a dedication link or a medium connection between two devices, sender and source and destination, or sender and receiver, and the information will go very faster and no interrupts. Good quality of information will be transmitted if you have the dedication link. In case of wireless LAN, the quality of services is lower than the cable. Example, if you have a landline system, No interrupts actually. If you have the landline telephonic system, you can communicate with good quality or without getting any interrupts. Or if you depend on the totally Wi-Fi, if the signals losses due to weather conditions, then information will not be exchanged and some interrupts may occur. So that is the quality of service. If the quality of service is uh, definitely lower than the wide system. And the main reason for this lower bandwidth due to limitations of radio transmission, higher errors, rates due to interfaces. No need to write this everything. You can simply write the quality of wireless LAN is lower than the wide networks. The reasons you can write if you want. If you have the dedication link, the information will be exchanged without any interruptions or with accurate information will be exchanged. If you depend on this Wi-Fi, if the weather conditions are not good or any other external causes may affect that Wi-Fi LAN, wireless network, the quality. The interfaces. As wireless networks uses radio signals for transmission, they are susceptible to interface. So interference from objects, light, and other electromagnetic devices. So this may cause for the interference. Next one, the covers limited area Wi-Fi. This is not actually the 10 to 300. Nowadays, the devices are providing more also. So whatever the distance, but it is only limited to particular area only. And safety and security. Compared to wide networks, these wireless networks are uh, less security because maybe unauthorized users can access it. As ma'am told, there is a very high possibility of hacking passwords. You know, a few lines of Python code, you can hack the Wi-Fi password at anywhere. And if you turn on your Wi-Fi device throughout the night, and there might be some people who will work on that to hack your passwords. And so better to switch off your Wi-Fi router whenever it is not in use. So these are the some of disadvantages. You focus on mostly what are the advantages of wireless LAN. And the next one we are going to discuss about the topic of the unit is this is important of this unit. Internet, intranet, and extranet. I think most of you guys know about these three. What do you mean by an internet? Can someone tell? Everybody knows about internet. Yesterday also we have discussed about internet.
Network of networks.
The networks of networks. Any other? What do you mean by networks of networks, ma'am?
Connection of devices, sir.
That is network actually. Networks of networks. Can someone answer for this?
Internet used to connect overall. Oh,
No, my dear friend, I am asking what do you mean by internet?
Network of
exchange of
networks. Network of networks. I have a one sentence about it. When internet connection is established among the devices, the server works as a network, whereas for the other client servers, it works as a networks. So network of networks is server to clients.
No. Okay, madam, might be. The networks of networks is like example, if you are connecting through the internet cycle, Zoom link. So where is this one? If you are connecting through some particular web, like Google Chrome you are using. So from where it is coming? It has been situated, the server has been situated in somewhere in the US. And from there, it has to come to the in between means the exact location where we are residing. and the server. Between these 2 points, the server and our device, client device, our particular device, mobile or laptop, there are so many metropolitan area networks. It has to go to Mumbai, and from there it has to go to somewhere. From there it has to go to somewhere. From there it has to go to somewhere. Like it has to travel through various continents and countries to reach that particular server of that Google Chrome browser or this Zoom. So it will travel through various networks to reach us. So that's why this is called as networks of networks. Or simply you can say collections. It's a wide area network. So this is networks of networks. The internet is the collection of interconnected computers. You can define it in this way also. Linked by copper wires, fiber optic cables, wireless connection, and other technologies. Most of the internet we are getting through the cables only. Satellite is very, very less percentage. You know, TCS, the only company, has established the cables around the globe to get the internet to the India. You know, throughout the globe, TCS has established the cables through the oceans also. There are thousands and lakhs of crores of employees are monitoring those cables, fiber optic cables. One single fiber optic cable will carry or can handle
Thousands of
25,000 calls per second. Calls is nothing but not exact phone calls. The whatever the request, whatever you type in the internet or browser, that will be called a call. A single fiber optic cable, which is very thin size. You can see the picture. Very smaller one is there, no, in the picture.
yes, sir.
That is called a fiber optic cable that can carry 25,000 calls, that can handle 25,000 calls per second. The internet is totally coming through the TCS only. TCS has established the connections. ప్రపంచంలో ఉన్న కంప్యూటర్ ఎక్కడెక్కడ నుంచి అయితే ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ వస్తుందో వాటన్నిటికీ కనెక్షన్ ఇచ్చేసింది. అక్కడ నుంచి టీసీఎస్కి వస్తుంది ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్. The TCS will sell this data to various organizations like per GB this much. From the TCS will be called as a tier 1 company of internet provider. Then from there, some people will purchase it, like what you call Airtel, what Geo, so not Geo, Vodafone and Idea. They will purchase from TCS, and from these Airtel and other people like Act, Beam, Exitel, whatever the internet providers are there now, they are purchasing from them per GB like this much. From them we are getting. And Geo has observed this thing. The TCS only the company is providing internet to the India, and Geo has identified the most what are the various continents to get the information being searched by the people of India. And most of the traffic, most of the information is coming from Asia, Europe, and Africa. And Geo has established the cables around these continents, Asia, Europe, and Africa, for స్ట్రగ్లింగ్ ఆఫ్ 5 years. 5 years కష్టపడి జియో కంపెనీ వాళ్ళు కేబుల్స్ ఎస్టాబ్లిష్ చేశారు 3 continents లో. ఫ్రమ్ దేర్ దే ఆర్ గెటింగ్ ఇంటర్నెట్ ఫర్ ఫ్రీ. దట్స్ వై దే హ్యావ్ గివెన్ ఫ్రీ ఆఫ్ కాస్ట్ ఇన్ ద స్టార్టింగ్ టు ద పీపుల్. They are getting internet for free. So that's why they have given freely for the people, and the people have been habituated or addicted. Then they have started putting some charges on the people. That is the fact of Geo and internet. Now, as of now, only internet service providers, two tier 1 companies in India. One is TCS and other is Geo. They are getting internet from their own cables. And what are the hardwares and softwares are required for the internet? So some various devices of networking devices, hardware devices, and some softwares are needed for the internet functioning. Example, the hardware devices are modem. If you want to connect your internet through a telephonic cable or digital, what you call bandwidth, broadband cable, you need to have a device called modem. That is modulator and demodulator. That device enables computers to communicate through the telephone lines. when we start the internet to our modem, communicate to the ISP, internet service providers. And to get the internet, we need a modem and we need a computer. Computer is nothing but a mobile or a laptop or a computer or anything. In addition to a modem, you need to have a workstation or a client capable of handling multiple data or information. And you need a software. Two types of softwares are required to enable your computer as an internet PC. They are communication software like HTTP, Hypertext Transfer Protocol, and File Transfer Protocols. These are the softwares. Through this only you can get the internet to your device. And other is the client software like for browsing. So these are two softwares are required. So what are the hardware and softwares are required for the internet? Modem and computer, and the softwares are the communication software and client software. And what are the applications of internet? There are several. We can read number of applications like downloading programs and files is possible through the internet. And you can do email communication through the internet only. And you can do voice and video conferencing like what we are doing right now, the class. And you can do e-commerce business, which is purely depending on the internet. You can imagine the situation of the Flipkart and Amazon and Meso, whatever the various companies are doing the online business. If the internet is collapses, you can imagine the situation of the people. And you can do file sharing from the by simply sitting somewhere in the world. You can simply share the files through the internet only. These are the various applications of the internet. And you can browse from anywhere. And some disadvantages of the internet. Can you say, please, what are the disadvantages you feel?
And, especially in children, Android's usage is taking away their life from the relations as well as from the parenting.
Ma'am, it is also depends on the parents' attitude and parents' behavior, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. But most of the parents both are working. They are busy dawn to dusk.
Yes.
So that is the only reason this has become one of the additional parents.
Okay, madam. Nice. Any other friends? Any other?
Hacking information.
Hacking information, yes. Any other? Okay, we'll see if you.
Replacing manpower.
It may be considered, but I won't agree fully.
Radiation, sir?
It's 50%.
Exactly. Yeah, theft of personal information such as name, address, this credit card number and everything. That online fraud can be done or possible only through the internet. Or hacking of some information from the devices. Simply if you write a program which is called a virus, if you spread that virus through the internet, there are different types of viruses are there. Really very interesting topics are there about the viruses. You know, that virus, if you click that virus or a link through a mail, that will, you'll not come to know what it is doing actually. That will do its action. Whenever you click, that will enable, it will work background actually. It will convey your personal data like usernames and passwords to the people who have been created that virus. That is one type of virus. Number of viruses are there. Number of types of viruses are there. Really, they are interesting. This is not time to discuss about that. One disadvantage is hacking of information is possible. Personal informations or online fraud is also possible through the internet. Like this, what we have discussed now. Virus threats, nothing but a program which disrupts the normal functioning of your system. If you click a particular link or a mail or something, if your system is affected by the virus, that is possible. Affecting the virus system is possible only through the internet. That will cause to our computer or our device not functioning well. And spamming refers to receiving unwanted emails, bulk, which provides no purpose. You will get lots of messages continuously. There is no use. It's waste of time. That is also possible through the internet. That is one more disadvantages. These are about the disadvantages. And the next one we are going to discuss is about intranet. Internet, intranet, and extranet. These three terminologies are very important. What do you mean by intranet? Can someone?
Private LAN.
Private LAN. Okay, nice. We'll see. The term intranet is derived from two words. Intra, which means within. Net means group of connected computers. A network inside a building or inside a campus, as our friend said, private LAN, will be called as intranet. A network within the building or within the campus will be called as intranet. So it is a private computer network that uses internet protocols. This is the difference between the LAN and intranet. This private network called intranet uses internet protocols and network connectivity to securely share any part of organization's information. So it should follow the internet protocol rules. Intranets are used by organizations or networks that does not want their information to be accessible by outside sources. That will be accessed by only their employees. Can you give some real-time example for this? The purpose of intranet is to exchange the information only within the organization, only authorized people, not outsiders. Can you give some example of this intranet?
In corporate offices, they are adopting.
Exactly, madam. Exactly. Any other example, please?
In schools and colleges.
Number of examples are there, friends.
Educational institutes.
Exactly. Example, if you take our organization, our university, if you have some problem in fee payment or something else, only that particular people can access it. Access particular server. Information, everything will be there in server. Only that limited people can do the particular operations, not everybody. That is there only in that particular network, that area. The main purpose of intranet is to share company information and computing resources among employees. So it is purely a private network and it is maintained and organized by a particular organization only. Next, applications of intranet. Sharing of company information and rules and regulations and policies, and access employees database, and distribution of circulars and office orders. Example, our university is using e-office. No need to send the papers. If you want to write a letter or some application to forward something to higher officials, we will use e-office. That will be there within the our university only. No need to go to particular officer. We will open the internet, we will open the login, and simply we will send a letter to the vice chancellor or registrar. They will take the necessary action and they will reply through that only. If they want to circulate some information to the employees, that will be circulated through that network only. And this is the access products and customer data and sharing of information of common interests and launching of personal and departmental home pages. There are many more are there, submission of reports and these are. And one more thing is last one, this extranet. Can someone say what do you mean by extranet? Any idea? Internet, intranet, and extranet.
No, sir.
See, intranet is network within the organization. Extranet is
It is extended to others.
Exactly. It is extended outside of the organizations also. To whom?
Organization and supplies customers, sir.
Exactly. Users, clients,
Need
and
to
their
be
partners and everybody. That will be not only for their network, that particular company, that will also be extended, that will also be used by the customers or stakeholders, those who are part of that particular. Can you give some example for this one?
B2B, business to business, business to customer.
Sorry. Yeah,
Business to
yeah. Okay. You come out of commerce world. Okay, fine, nice. Extranet.
For example, in educational institute, the data which is going to be accessible for the parents,
Okay.
like
The example you take our university, no? The bill
yeah, that is
payments,
similar to this.
if fee payments and registrations, you are accessing the resource from the university. You are connected to that server. The here sharing of information is there not only within the university, it will also be there outside. That is called extranet. And what are the
Banking sector like mobile banking,
yes,
UPI.
sir, exactly. Many more number of
Yeah.
examples are there. And you can you say some benefits of extranets? The quality will be improved. And reduction of paperwork. Instead of coming to the university and filling the form and paying the fee, you can do it through online. And no need to communicate with the people. Means administrative people can be reduced. Means lower administration. And it will also reduces the traveling costs. No need to go to particular office. You can do solve your problems in the over the internet, through the internet.
Faster also.
Yeah, it is very faster also, faster service and better service to the customers.
Yes, sir.
And the delivery of information is faster. If you want to send some information to that organization offline, that takes some time. If you do it, if you raise a complaint through online, that is very faster through that particular network or particular portal.
Ombudsman.
And any disadvantages with this extranet? Disadvantage is
There is a chance
example,
of taking our data to our system access to them.
yeah, exactly. If the first semester students have to pay the examination fee, there is no person to explain everything, how to do the process. They may feel some difficulties in the starting if they are not aware of the stakeholders with lack of knowledge on that particular technical matters, that they may feel it is a problem. చాలా మంది మన యూనివర్సిటీ ఫీ పే చేయడానికి they won't do their own, they simply go to MeSave and other things because they may feel that it is difficult or they don't know exactly. That is a small disadvantage. Next one, faceless contact. No need to, means there is no face to contact. It's purely online. And there is also fraud may possible. మనము పే చేసే ఫీ మనకి అక్కడికి వెళ్తుందా లేకపోతే వేరే దగ్గరికి వెళ్తుందా కూడా తెలియదు. లైక్ బ్యాంకింగ్ repayments and technical employees are required because if someone raised a problem, there should be some technical people to resolve it.
And sometimes
there
in
is also
banking
possible for
sometimes in banking, credit card, debit card payments also will face the same issue.
yes, madam, that is an extranet. Actually, we are accessing the bank servers. No, that is an extranet example. That is also and disadvantages. And we will see the questions. What are the questions in the book? Explain various types of networks. This is a 10 marks question for the exam point of view. And the next one, describe about wireless LAN and differentiate intranet, internet, and extranet. These are the 3 long answer questions in that lesson. And the short answer questions are applications of internet and discuss about extranet. These are very smaller ones. You, if you want, I'll share the PPT or else simply everything I have taken from the textbook only, friends. No need to bother. It is very simple terminology in the textbook. You just go through that. And tomorrow we will discuss about the unit 3. Now it is time to wind up the session. Yesterday, without knowing our concern, because the people are working since morning to till 9 o'clock, our computer center people, let
Yes,
them
sir.
have some their own personal life also. Please, I am winding up this class. Thank you, friends. If you have any doubt,